That's gettingcrafty.net. I am so grateful to be here with you guys today. I hope you're excited. I'm seeing that we're live. I just need to double check the feeds. Let's go ahead. While you guys are jumping on in, I can't wait to create with you. We've actually changed the name of this. I've got the blog post ready to go. I feel like I am winning. I feel like anytime tech lines up, I'm like, score. It's so good. Okay. So you guys have an opportunity to join us now. I'm just going to double check that we're live and that you can hear us. This is going to be an awesome vintage Valentine card that's a two-parter. So that is really fun. Let me see here. It should be. Here it is. I want to see if we can hear each other. Yes, awesome. I'm going to go ahead. If you haven't already, can you like and share this video? Because that is priceless. It's free. And everything that you guys do today will get you entered into, hold on one second, earn a free stamp set. So we're going to be giving away a free stamp set in the next 24 hours. So I am just making sure this is shared. There we go. Boom, chakalaka, baby. Boom, boom. So if you're commenting, where are you commenting from? What are you watching? And what are you excited to see today? We have a great Valentine's Sharing the Love vintage handmade card for you. And I'm super, super excited. So let's go ahead and make sure. I didn't check Facebook. Can we see it? Can we see it? Oh, hold on. It never works as fast as I want. And what I really need is a personal assistant who's going to do all my technology for me. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, that would be a dream. Let me tell you. That would be fabulous. Okay, what the heck? I hate when technology does the little things. Here we go. Okay, I see you guys are here. We're going to go ahead and share because sharing is caring. And I love that aspect. Let's do that. If you guys are here live, go ahead and let me know and comment below. You have to sometimes, if you're on Facebook, click on the video and comment on the original thread. Otherwise, you may not be able to see it, or I may not be able to see it. And so that's always an interesting. Melody's here. Hi, sweetheart. I've missed you so much. What a doozy of a year, but I'm so grateful for you in it and your constant encouragement over the year. Even little things has been really a blessing. And yes, very chilly. So today felt warm. I was wearing my jujitsu gear underneath of my sweatshirt because it was outside. I'm so happy to be back, sister. And at one point we were in there. I have a sports bra. We like took my sweatshirt up and I was like pulling the undershirt up and I realized I'm at that age where maybe things get hot in little waves. Okay, so Ina! Happy birthday! Did you get my text? I've been texting you and nada from you. But I know you and I are both really busy, so there is that. Okay. Hello, everybody. I have the funniest... Jean! So good to see you. I have the funniest story for you guys. If you remember my nails last week, they were red with gold glitter on the end. Hi, Deb! So good to see you. So one of the major fighters at our gym, he's this big burly redhead gentleman, auburn hair, and he's got a big beard, and he's so sweet though. Like I just love that. Most of the men that you meet at our gym are like big teddy bears. So I walked in took off my socks, and he looks at my toes, and he goes, "Oh, they're sparkly." He's over 6 foot, and he's a fighter. And I said, "Oh yeah, my fingernails match." He's like, "Oh, more sparkle." And then Ina will laugh at this one because she knows I love the snow. I said, "You know what sparkles?" He goes, "What?" I said, "The snow." He goes, "Yes." Now, big burly, big beard, hair in a man bun. And he looks at me and he's buff, and he says, "Only the first snow. It's fluffy." And I was like, he said there's 5 types of snow, and the kind that you pack together is icy a little bit so you can throw it. That's not sparkly. And so you guys, I love little fun stories like that all week long. So Linda, oh, then just wait. You'll have to know soon enough that those hot flashes are here to stay. Yeah, I hear you, sister. I have a neat, if you guys aren't on progesterone wild yam cream, They have been proven to help women with osteoporosis and more. And so I've been on that for a long time. I started my journey into this world earlier. And so I'm so glad you're going to catch the rewatch, Linda. I'm very excited. We have a twofer today. So this is our beautiful handmade card today with a lot of flash and sass, but it's vintage. And you know me, I love vintage. So we're going to create this, and there's a little bedazzle on the inside. This is the heart-shaped bundle, and it's free right now with Stampin' Up, just for a limited time with a qualified purchase. So if you were curious about celebration, I joined 19 years ago. Can you guys believe it's been 19 years? 19 years. I was pregnant with my daughter, had her 2 weeks after signing up with Stampin' Up. Back then, we had to fax in our application, and to join Stampin' Up, it was like $350. With an add-on kit, it was $399. Plus like tax by the time I was done. And so I made this big investment into this crafting business. And then had a little toddler, my son, running around. I had my 2 teenage stepdaughters, and we rolled out the Moms Club and we started class right away. And I was nursing a baby on my son's blue velvet boppy. Let me tell you, I remember. And that little girl is going to be 19 in 2 weeks. Ina, Genevieve's almost 19. I know. It's crazy. So I love you, Ina Bear. We'll have to connect, please. Please. I know we're both busy, but please. Okay. So we're going to create this amazing vintage card. And you know me. I love me some Dash. So my new nails are Galaxy nails. They may not be as sparkly for the big guy at the gym, but this card is sparkly. And I have to tell you, my husband would not appreciate this card. He just wouldn't. It's too feminine. It's too feminine. So I have the heart-shaped bundle is so pretty, and I am so glad you're using it tonight. Me too, Deb. And then our Getting Crafty family will have a second live using pieces of this as a 2-part card. So there's no waste. And then I'll put a video on that for my page. So we're going to create with that. I just love, love, love this Nature Sweetness designer series paper. So let's jump in right now and create. And when you're done, somebody reminded me last week, they looked at the All About Me page and it was going to some Chinese website. I have no idea why. So it took me quite a few hours today to fix that, and I've updated it, and I'm so thankful. I have to look and see who made that comment. But if you guys do me a favor, and I love you too. I love you. If you guys could do me a favor and check out my blog at gettingcrafty.net and peruse around. If you see weird links like that, will you let me know? I don't click on everything, and often now between doctor's appointments and everything else I'm doing, I don't always see it. But this is a full tutorial on the blog as soon as you are done to create this. So let's go ahead and jump in right now. Okie dokie, artichokies. So we're going to zoom in. I hate to do that and not give you warning. Like, whoop, there you go. And I'm going to put my hair up. If you don't know, usually I have a clip up here, but I don't know where my clip is. I can hear better, and I'm not even hearing you guys with my hair up. Is that just a thing as we get older? Come on. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So we are going to be embracing this little bit of a hot mess. I'm going to ask you to go get yourself a fork. What? We're going to be using a fork on this card. Hi, Cindy. Hello, my girl. And so we have some fun. The heart-shaped bundle comes in with stamp set and such a beautiful collection of dies. And so we're going to embrace that tonight. We're going to embrace maybe a non-traditional colored card. This has got pebbled path. That's like this brown gray that I love, love, love. It's very rich. It's luxurious. It's not Valentine's. So we're going to rock your world by making it a little bit more Valentine's-y. The Nature Sweetness Designer Series paper is stunning, my friends. Stunning. All of it's full of vintage gold. It carried over from last year. If you haven't put it in your collection, get it now and use it. Use it for all of the seasons, especially some love-filled cards. One of the things I like to do, I have girlfriends that are single, divorced, married, and they never hear enough love. They just don't. And so I really try to go out of my way to tell my girls that I love them, my daughters, as well as my girlfriends. So there you go. There you go. Okay, so let's jump on in. This is part of the dies, and we have a little flower and this beautiful large die that you see here. So we're going to embrace that together. And I think I have everything ready to go. It's always kind of iffy. I'm also covered in dog hair because my puppy, he's a Great Pyrenees and a Burmese mountain dog mix. I know, kind of huge. He looks like a giant, goofy Saint Bernard, and I love him. His name is Reese's, and he's a funny puppy. And he's a ham. He's a ham. So here's this card up close, you guys. Lots of interest in this, lots of interaction that you can do. I absolutely love the iridescent pearls. This is a great collection. But stamping in the inside is going to give us two great benefits. A, it ties together everything so it looks cohesive and beautiful. B, it's going to make it so it says something for you that's lovely, and you don't have to think of something fun, but then you don't have to write as much. And one thing I find is women don't get encouraged enough. And so it's one of the things I like to do is try to tell. I was texting one of my girlfriends who's divorced today. I was at her neighbor's house, and so I saw her kids, and they're like, hey, they're little. How do we know you? And I was like, I'm friends with your mommy. And she's like, oh, where we know you from? I said, church. And so it was kind of funny. So I texted her, I said, your feral children are outside unsupervised. And she's like, what? Where are you? And I was like, I just left. You're out of luck. Sorry. But I told her how beautiful she is, because she is. She's one of the most beautiful women in the world. And I'm grateful for her in my life. And I just want her to know that, right? So this is a beautiful collection. I have to tell you, this is the difference. Always frame out your designer series papers and your hand-stamped cards. Frame them. So what I mean by that is this is beautiful just on its own with the petal pink and the designer series paper. But when you add that frame, it seems to ground the whole project down, and it creates this invisible extra layer. And so it's really worth the effort. And because Stampin' Up! Tells you on the back of each designer series paper, thanks, Cindy. Did you make it, Anita? I'm so glad. Yay! Because the designer series paper matches, it's almost seamless, but it adds a sense of elegance. So I'm going to grab the multi-purpose liquid adhesive really quickly and just zigzag here, y'all. Just zigzag, because we're in a little of a hurry. Did you know I do 2 lives every week? I do. Well, when I've been on. We have new fiber optics, let me tell you. I love our fiber optics. And I love the company that does it. Talk about customer service. Amazing. Small, locally owned company. Has been such a freaking blessing. And I called them, and I've just, anytime we have any little glitch, they send somebody out. Let me tell you, that is so different from Verizon. There you go. That layer does add so much depth. Just a little zhuzh to elevate the make it more elegant. Oh, there you go. Okay, now we're going to grab a different adhesive here. I'm looking for it on my table. As I just dropped my card sample. Hold on. Okay. So we're going to be creating this card here, and I'm using my glass mat. First of all, the glass mat's going to give you a much better stamped image when you're stamping on it. And I have my tear tape here somewhere. Here it is. Tear tape is a wonderful, super strong adhesive. Now, when you are adhesiving with things like foil, I would not encourage you to use a wet or moist liquid adhesive to this project, because it kind of doesn't dry very well, and the other paper will absorb, and because the foil is non-porous, it will not absorb it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this tear tape, and it tears. Now, I have a friend that's in our Getting Crafty family. I still can't believe it's been 19 years. What a journey, you guys. We are waiting on the final date on the crafting cruise to share with you. It is killing me. My husband sat on some information, verifying work stuff because he wants to go. Whatever. Take your husband to things, huh? And so we will be leaving in August to go to Catalina Island and Mexico. And while we are at sea, we will be crafting. So I hope that you're excited. It's a 5-day cruise, all inclusive, and it's part of our retreat. So really a great thing to do. Now, I'm going to only do one side right here, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. Now, this is really snug as a bug in a rug. I have no idea where that saying came from, and I kind of don't want to. There you go. So here we've added a gold layer. Isn't that beautiful? It really does pick up that gold accent that you see right there. There we go. And then we're going to use our Stampin' trimmer here, or no, Stampin' cut and emboss machine. So let's see here. And I have 2 things I'm going to be cutting and embossing. I'm going to be using, can you see everything? I'm looking and peeking. Here, I'm going to move it up just a smidge so you can see it better. This is going to apply 2,500 pounds of pressure. Thank you, Melody. I know, what a gift this journey has been. It's brought to me some of the most amazing people. I remember going to Oceanside, California, and this woman reaches out to me. I know she's probably giggling right now, and said she wanted to meet me because she's been following my page for a year. I was like, a year? Wow, like that's some dedication. And she wanted to see if I really was the person that she found. And so I went, and she has the most amazing artwork. Oh my gosh, I love her artwork. And she ended up joining my retreat at Big Bear Lake, California. That's where we were from. And she became one of my dearest friends, and I love her. So I had a baby at the time, and I left the baby, and I was able to go and enjoy an amazing lunch. And you know what we had for lunch? And I still remember it. Do you remember, Ina? We had the most amazing beet salad. We did. So at the same time, I cut in the gold foil this little flower, and it's already embossed for us. Isn't that beautiful? Don't lose it. We're going to stick it right here in front of us, and we're going to put our little flower inside here because I am known for getting things lost. Ooh, boop, right there. Just, for heaven's sakes, why do I make things complicated? There you go. Boom, shakalaka. Okay, now I use a sticky note to help hold it exactly where I want, and we're going to pop it out from behind. Do not, my friends, lose these two pieces. There's a 2-part card coming your way. We're going to be embracing the scraps of this card. And look at this gorgeous little filament that you see right here. This beautiful, elegant, ivy laced. Are you eating pickled beets right now? Oh my gosh, Ina, I love beets. And she roasted them for me, you guys. And here I was like, my husband's like, you're going to go meet somebody. And I think it's about an hour away. Is that right, Ina? Was it about an hour? And I had to use GPS. And the moment I met her, and then her daughters and granddaughters had to come and check me out to make sure I wasn't taking advantage of their beautiful mama. And how dare I? I could not take advantage of that, Ina. She's way more competent than people realize. I'm just going to say that right from the start. Then we're going to take and do a quick second pass really quickly with some of our petal pink cardstock right here. And then I fell in love with not only Ina and her family, but her husband. And they're, how many years is it? 51 or 52 years this year, Ina, that they've been married. And I love Stuart. He's one of my, I just love that man. He and his wife are the cutest couple, you guys. And they are deeply in love with one another. And it gives everybody goals for marriage and life. I'm just going to tell you, don't lose these pieces. We're going to have some fun with them this week. But we're going to take this out, and I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm adding on the little piercing mat, and these little holes allow for you to pop them out. Make sure that you guys comment and like and share these videos, and I will, in the next couple days, the first 24 hours, I'm going to pull everybody's interaction, put it in a jar, and we're going to pull a name out to win a stamp set. And I'm just going to send it to you. So there'll be that. I'll reach out to you and I'll comment on the video telling you that you won, and then you just reach out to me with your information. So here we go. Don't lose that great die. I love when you can nestle multiple colors into a project and make it look like a cohesive project. It doesn't take a lot of effort that way, and yet it looks super fancy. Thanks, Cindy. I appreciate that. Okay, my friends. So this is a pretty easy card. You're thinking like, really? I thought this was going to be way more complicated. No, I will tell you a little secret. I don't have time for complications in my life. I've got enough, quite honestly. I'm a mom who homeschools my youngest 2 children now, because my other 2 kids are in college. Sal is finishing his degree, and he's an airline mechanic who's getting his associates at the same time. If you guys know my son, he is going to be 21 in February. Oof, time flies. And then my 19-year-old is an airline mechanic who's getting her airline degree as well as her associate's degree, just like her brother did. She took some steps to get ahead of the project. Are you loving this set, Melody? And it's free. This whole bundle is free during celebration. And if you shop with me and use the hostess code, I'm going to be sending you guys a free class coming up, an online class. So we're going to, I pulled it up and I added some tear tape, sorry. And so you can see here, we're just going to place it down. Boop. And then, oops, I'm getting messaged. Hi, Lori. Oh, Christine. Oh, and my friend Christine just commented. She looks so pretty. She put these no heat curls in, and I was like, oh my gosh. And she kept them on all day, like through a workout class, and they stayed in. And that's impressive. I don't know that my hair will do it, but I also put it in a knot all the time. So I nestled this in. I'm going to zoom in. You guys ready? Watch out. Whoop, right there. So I nestled this in, but this is how I cheat. I'm not going to be like super hardcore and applying that. Because it's kind of snug as a bug on the outside, we're going to turn it over right there. Now, I'm just going to take our multi-purpose liquid adhesive, and I'm going to go over both the designer series paper as well as the cardstock underneath. Do not go heavy-handed. So I'm squeezing as I smear. Smear away, smear away. And Aina laughs all the time because I'm always dropping a little bit of Yiddish in my words. That was a nod to my mom. She spoke with a lot of Yiddish terminology. And yeah. I was talking recently. Okay, you guys, this is showing my age. Are you ready? I was dropping words. What did I say? I can't even remember. It was a terminology that's slightly aged. And one of the young men from our gym goes, I don't know what that means. And so, it was only 35 minutes. Maybe it was traffic, sister. And 56 years of marriage with her husband, Stuzy. We love Stuart. Love him. And we're going to place it right on the front of this card. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Oh, I love how this comes together. And give it a little back rub. Give it a little rub-a-dub-dub. There you go. Now, I don't want to lose our little flower. So we're going to take this here. Oh, yes. I know you're going to laugh, Ina. But they didn't know what I was saying. I'll say to him, you slay me. And he's like, I don't know what that means. You guys, people don't know what that means. I was like, what do you mean you don't know what that means? So I had to say, you kill me, but like in comedy. And he's like, what? And so my coach, and I talk about that stuff all the time. He's like, yeah, I don't always know what you're saying. And I was like, will you tell me when you don't know? Because that's really funny and kind of embarrassing. Here we go. We're going to use, did you know that this piece is actually useful? It is. This is your take your pick tool. It has multiple tools on it. And you can see here, this is the sticky. We can end up using that today. When it came out, I was, and took it to our retreat in Big Bear Lake, California. And Ina and I both said, I don't think we need this. Until at the end of the retreat, we're so in love with our take your pick tool. I'm fluffing the edges of the flower. Then we're going to take our iridescent pearls. These are from the new catalog, and they are so pretty. Can you guys see how colorful they are? And so I just have to laugh that, so I said something, I said, my grandmother called it a Davenport. Does anybody know what a Davenport is? I just thought that's funny. I'm using the small ones kind of round. I'm going to use the medium one in the middle of that flower to give it some oomph. And I think this adds such a fun, whimsical, but vintage nod with the pearl and its iridescence. There you go. Okay, you want to know something else? I have to tell you all this funny stuff, but you are my inspiration in so much, Ina Bear. And so I am looking at what it would take to get my pilot's license. And somebody said, are you going to do that? Oh, my kids, are you going to do that at this age? And I said, well, I have a friend who became a nurse after she raised all of her kids. And she did a full career as a nurse. So I knew that that was kind of neat. All right. So I added odd numbers. So we have, that is super close. Let's back out a smidge, my friends. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3 of the same size. And then we have this extra one in the middle. Does that make it odd? Makes it even. But I just love how it kind of antiques up a little bit of that. Now, get your fork, y'all. Yes, Hilda, it's a couch. Davenport is not used often any longer. Correct, my lovelies. And what did I told them something. Gosh, I wish I remembered the term. And I was like, and I walked around to like a group of people. Does anybody know what this means? And nobody knew what I was saying. And I was like, but my dad was 40 when I was born, and I was a late in life child for him. And my grandparents were married during the Depression. So I grew up with a different mindset, really. But we're going to create this really adorable tiny baby bow. So, yeah, it's just funny how My terminology will flip back to, oh, I used a Yiddish term at one point. Nobody here, it's not a very strong Jewish culture. That's a big part of it. But nobody here knew what I was saying. And I was like, what do you mean you don't know? You don't know what, anyway, it's just funny. It's just funny. Okay, so I used our twine here, and then we're just going to take a fork. Are you guys ready? We're going to come in. Have you ever done the fork tying technique? It's super fun. You want to have a little tag that lays over, and we're just going to weave. We go through here. We go back around. Hopefully you guys are able to see that as I'm doing it. Let's see if I can bring it a little bit closer. And then you'll come back around right here, and you can just keep building to have the fluffiest baby bow that you ever want. You could do one single row. I'm doing a couple different just because I want it to feel a little extra. And I'm probably going to give this, oh, you know what? I'm going to probably give it to my girlfriend, Sherry. Sherry has been battling breast cancer and is an amazing mentor mom to me and just a good friend. And what's funny is that she's our pastor's wife. And my son was like, Mom, you're not even friends with Sherry. And my daughter's like, no, Sherry likes Mom. And he's like, no, Mom just thinks that she's friends with Sherry. And so he didn't know that, like, Sherry has bestowed me her friendship, and what a gift that is. It is. And I want to tell you guys, if you don't have a variety of people and different age in your life, you are missing out. Okay, sorry. So we did it with multiple rows. You can do as many as you want. Now I'm taking an extra little piece and I'm going to take it up the center here of my forky. Fork it up. We are doing an upcoming study on discipleship. And I want to tell you, just between you and I think the downfall to our churches are that we lack a discipleship within the communities and in our families in this world, all of that. So don't get me started. I do have an upcoming Bible study that I will be leading. If anybody is interested, it's on Ecclesiastes. It's using a guided study, but we're going to be diving way deeper than the study. And I will offer it online, which is scaring the crackers out of me. I was going to do it with Ruth and Esther last year, and Melanie and I discussed that. And then I backed out just because I didn't realize that my system was shutting down. My health is deteriorated. And then B, I was really scared. Like, I didn't know that I was going to be able to lead a study well. And, but it's in our weakness that God can be stronger, right? Okay. So you want to see the magic? Here we go. Are you ready? We're going to pull it off of the fork, nice and slow. All those extra loops disappear. And then we get the cutest baby bow ever. And I double knotted that extra middle piece. And so I love, look at how precious this is, my friends. Look at that little baby bow. Do you like it? Do you love it? And don't we need a little extra zhuzh to this card? I mean, it's beautiful as it is, but I think when you add textiles like this, it gives you a really beautiful accent to your project. Now, I am using, amen, thank you. I take an extra pair of snips. This is our paper snips. They are the best on the market, in my opinion. They are super sharp. And I put a ribbon on each one. Now, these are on here just because that's our Getting Crafty family logo, but I put a ribbon, and those only touch ribbon. So my ribbon snips only touch my ribbon. And if you grew up with grandmas that had, I do love the fork bow as well. Thank you guys. But if you grew up with a grandma that had material shears or is it cloth shears? What did she call them? I have my grandmother's, and she would have them sharpened all the time. And she was not somebody who was off sewing, but she used it all the time just for material. It was kind of crazy. And I remember using it. The only time my grandmother yelled at me, I believe, was when she caught me. She had a crafting cabinet for us kids, which is funny because she was hesitant to ever do crafts because her father tried to force her into them because he thought as a woman she needed to do that. And grandma was all about breaking the rules as a pastor's daughter. Okay. And we're going to peel that off. I added a glue dot to it, and then we're going to add it right to the center of this here. Boom. A little ribbon bow is such a fun way to zhuzh a card and add a little femininity. I love it so much. So you can see here I have a 2 bow, and this is a 3 on each side bow. I could make this as full as I possibly wanted, but we're not going to right now. Then we're going to open the card. We're going to take the matching stamp set and this here. Yes, dressmaking scissors, just for cutting material. Fabric shears, scissors, fabric shears. Yep. And the bow. Thanks you guys so much. Oh, wrong stamp set. Woo! I almost stamped it in some real red. Can we say thank the Lord that but then I went and dug my fingernail into it, you guys. Do you want to know one of my secrets for crafting? I'm super messy. And so I have our Simply Chamois around here, and it's just a microfiber that's really thick in water. And I keep it up here, and it comes, there's a one that comes with a crafting mat as well. And so I even recently just bought ribbon shears, ribbon scissors that are specific, like new set. And because I need to get my grandma's sharpened, and I don't trust people with it. Anyway, my kids went to use it and they're like, holy cow, does that cut through material? I was like, yes, ma'am, it sure does. Okay, so this is that heart-shaped stamp set that you see right here. And this is our paper, and I found the adhesive. So I'm super messy. Have a pair, a simply, have one of these chamois nearby with some water on it, and just clean it every couple of days. It will make your crafting world so much better. We're going to go ahead and we're going to just kind of pat, don't dig in. Act like you're kissing your grandma on the cheek. You're not going to kiss her and hurt her. You're going to give her a gentle little kiss, or you're kissing a baby's foot. Now, if you get me started, I might chew on babies' feet because I love babies. I tell my kids all the time when they have kids and they're like, Mom, I'm just, 21 or almost 20 and 19. And, oh, I have plans. I'm going to be the most fun grandma. I'm going to be an Ina grandma. That's what I'm going to be. Melody, you have how many great grandkids? I don't even remember. But Melody is that kind of grandma too. She drives down to be with her family. It's such a blessing. And so my thoughts of you are all heart-shaped. I love that so much. What a great greeting in the stamp set. Perfect for your friends, perfect for somebody in your life that needs a little encouragement. Maybe they're not going to get a card this Valentine's Day. Maybe they are. I don't know. I don't know what your friends, and like, you can be married and not get a Valentine's even this day and age. So then we're going to add a little iridescent pearl to the inside of this. Boom shakalaka, babies. Yeah, just a little zhuzh. These are semi-flat, and so what I really like about them is that they're not super thick. So there you go. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Do you love it? What is your favorite part of this card? That would be my question right there. I love the fluffy bow. I love the gold and the vintage. I don't know. I can't pick because this is such a happy card to me. And then knowing I'm giving it to some friends, I want to make a few more of these or similar style cards and just gift them away to my girlfriends this season. 1 great grand, and she'll be 2 on the 28th, Mabel. That name. Okay, let's turn around so I can see the button. So my studio has not been put back together since having construction, but I'm still up here crafting, and I'm so happy to do so. And I'm hoping this next weekend we can get on top of getting my studio redone. But it's cool. It's cool. I have some great heaters up here. I have a new storage room. You love the colored outline. I do too. And the heart. Thanks, you guys. Franny Boo. Are you home yet, sister? You were evacuated out in California, and I love you. Okay. So this is our beautiful designer series paper. We have gold accents on all of the designer series paper framed out in this here. There's no waste that way. And then the peekaboo of that in the middle just makes me super happy. And it's a really neat thing. So when you open it up, it's got a little something inside to send some encouragement and love and cheer. Gold lettering on the layer piece. Oh, I do love that too, Jean. Praise the Lord. You guys are home. I'm so glad. And so I am grateful for you guys. Keep our family and friends in the Carolinas in prayer, and in California. Just the travesty and darkness of this world needs to be counteracted by us with our love and our kindness and our cheer and our voices we can speak out and just encourage people wherever they are. So I love the pearls and a little vintage flower. I think it adds a little something something. So I'm going to pop off to my second live to our Getting Crafty family. If you would like to get my classes for free, all you have to do is order a minimum quantity with me using my hostess code, or join the Getting Crafty family, and I send my classes to you for free right away. Fixing, oh yes, I'm so glad with that melody. It's so great. Thank you. I love you too. I love you guys. I'm gonna pop off, catch some upcoming videos hopefully this week, and if you guys check out my blog at gettingcrafty.net, this is already up there for you with all of the measurements so that you can get it right away. Like and share and comment, and I thank you guys. I love you. Mwah. God bless. Have a good evening. Good night.